Yeah, I'm just curious, Frank. The ban that they put, do you know, is there I don't know if it's specifically because of, but do you know, are there specific countries? Like what's the most
I think
common
that,
country that's coming in to buy property?
well, Asia, China, that's the
Okay, I was
biggest
just
one,
curious.
right?
It's
Yeah.
similar over here, so I'm
Yeah,
just curious.
it's. I
Yeah.
mean, there's a lot. They have a lot of money, right? And they're trying to get a lot of them. They are trying to get their money out, and that's just reality. I know there's a lady, the client of mine, that was she had a restaurant of hers for sale. I just met with her for dinner the other night, and she's a pub, like she's a pub. She's got a business in China, a very successful business in China, but she's just not like she's one of these gals that doesn't want to sit around and sit in her butt and do nothing. She wants to work, right? So
Mhm.
she wants to buy a pub here, and she's trying to get money out of the country. She couldn't get it out. She's Frank, I can't get my money out.
Yeah.
Can't.
How is regulated their money laundering with those with all these foreigner coming there, especially Chinese? Like we have like big community in Italy as well,
Yeah.
and there's always as realtors here are meant to refer to the government any weird transaction happen where money laundering is involved with a high fine if they don't
Yes.
claim it with up to 300K. How is it going there, like with so many foreign buyer coming? How do you check the stream of the cash flow coming?
Well, we have to we require, we're at the front line. There's an organization referred to as FinTrack. We have to FinTrack our clients. We have to verify their identification. If it's a company that's, for example, if I list a business for sale, I have to do, and he has a company and I list it under their company. I search the company to make sure they are a director of that company as well too, and I have to report it.
Okay.
Now, if it seems suspicious, I'm required to report it to FinTrack as well too.
Okay.
Not they're supposed to send it to different law enforcement agencies or whatever to investigate too. So they're doing all this because there's been you know there's money laundering, right? People can money launder. There's a course we have to take every year regarding anti-money laundering here as our
Yeah.
PDP points, right? There's one case that was really obvious in Vancouver, and so it was somebody bought a home for $11 million. Okay, 11 million, West Vancouver. It's a really expensive area to buy in. Anyways, a year or two later, they sold it for 5.5. I mean, that makes no sense. So that's to us when we, as realtors, I mean, I don't know if are the different governing agencies did anything about that or took notice, but that's a big hit. It's a huge hit. So we think, I mean, just talking in amongst friends and the colleagues that something's fishy there. Like nobody just takes a $5.5 million hit. You know what I mean? Nobody.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
there are cases that you look at and say something's going on there, right? So
Yeah.
there is a governing agency that oversees that
Good.
for money laundering and what have you.
Doesn't matter, I guess.
Yeah.
What about you, Moss? You have to have that some challenges with money coming in from out of the country as well, right?
Yeah, the problem is that controls here probably in Italy are not as restricted like probably in Canada. So top like we have control, restriction, and we need to check over. The only thing that can bring up to the example the other way around that Frank did was since we had the Russian people buying huge property, luxury property in Emerald Coast in Sardinia, they'll just spend more money for their own privacy. Let's say that the house was close by, they want to buy for about it was worth 5 million. They'll just offer to the owner 10 millions just to get it and have buy the property next door. And that happened. That we had tycoons from Gazprom that bought like a couple of properties for more than 15 millions. Just they were like double price, just in order to have three huge villas compound connected to one another. Right now they're all cordon because like the problem we are having in Europe for Russian and stuff like that. But money laundering is a big deal here as well. We have foreigner clients, but the notary plus the real estate agents are the boundaries where they filter and they make all the checks because in Italy, real estate agents they go deep, but not as deep as the notary would do when he's doing a transaction because it's not another professional as a public officer involved in the end of the transaction. So, and it's going to go through with a deep interview during the title notarization that, you know, sometimes it goes real nasty because he is involved in the risk connection to not having reported any of this weird transaction, because money has to always have, you know, a connection where it
Paper
came
trail,
from. If
yeah.
you start seeing
Yeah.
that there's not the proper connection, I mean, we can go through that. I mean, we don't have the transaction can go through no problems. The only thing we have to just report it. We do not investigate. The authority will do that. The problem with a high-end property, luxury property, you may become involved to have reported it because you never know who is the person that you reported to. You know, like so it's better to just you know, walk away sometimes. Say, look, I cannot do that. You better you get another agent because I don't want to have anybody knocking on my door.
Interesting. Interesting. Yes. Good stuff.